Welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day so far. We are getting very close to a level 30 in this game, which currently is max rank. So that'll be exciting to see what unlocks. Hopefully the rest of everything unlocks when we hit level 30. Let's get into our email. See what we have going on for today. Let's see, I know we had some that were due tomorrow. Let's start with this one. Says, hi, I need a new PC. Can you help? I like the CPU to be custom water cooled. Please, can you overclock the CPU to 4000 megahertz? Can you get it done before tomorrow? Have you heard of EK? They're meant to be pretty good. Heard you guys put used parts in PCs. Please don't do that. But we won't put any used parts in your PC. All right, so a budget of $3,750 for a custom water cooled CPU. With that budget, we may be able to custom water cool the entire thing, but let's go ahead and accept that one. Let's see, let's do this one next. Says, hey, would you be able to build me a new computer? My brother told me to get Adobe Photoshop CC myself and stop bothering him. Do you think you could do all that in 8 days? My brother has ADATA in his PC. He says they are the best. I like nice and shiny new components. All right, so budget of $3,000 to run Photoshop at recommended spec. I think we can make that happen as well. Let's accept that one. And the last one for today says, hello, there's something wrong with my PC. I keep getting errors when I try to turn the PC on. I have the worst luck. I need it before tomorrow. It seems a bit dusty inside. My kid's been using it, and I'm getting some weird pop-ups. Well, it might be time to get a no blocker for your PC, as your kid's been looking at some naughty stuff. So he wants to replace the PSU and the hard drive. Let's take a look and see what he's got. Got an FSP Dagger Pro and a 500 gig hard drive. Let's go ahead and put those in the cart. Let's see here. FSP Dagger Pro, I believe it was this 550 watt model. And then what else did he have? A Mortoni Easy Store 500 gig. Let's go ahead and add one of those as well. There we go. Easy Store 500 gig. Done. Done for you, sir. All right, let's accept that one. Sounds like we may need to run a virus scan on his SSD anyway and blow out some dust. All right, so back to this one, this custom water-cooled CPU, and I'm going to step away and get some parts put into the shopping cart, and I will be right back. For this water cooling build, we're going to go with the Gigabyte X470 Aorus Gaming 7 motherboard, a Ryzen 7 2700X, 4 sticks of Gigabyte Aorus RAM, 8 gig 3200 megahertz, a Gigabyte 750 watt power supply, a Gigabyte 1 terabyte M.2 drive, 3 terabyte hard drive. We're going to put that in the EVGA DG77 in black. We're also going to add in 4 of these fans. As for the water cooling part, we're going to go with an EK RGB CPU block, reservoir, and radiator. We're going to upgrade him to a water-cooled 1080 Ti. And we still came in $15 under budget. All right, so for this next build, he wants Photoshop to run at recommended spec. Let's take a look at what that is. A G4500 and a GTX 960 for $3,000. I'm pretty sure we can definitely build him a better PC. So I'm going to step away and get some parts for this build put in the cart, and I will be right back. For the Photoshop build, we're going to go with a Gigabyte H370 Aorus Gaming 3 motherboard, an i7 8700 non-K chip, a Be Quiet Dark Rock 4 sticks of ADATA XPG Flame 8 gig at 2666 megahertz, because you can't really overclock memory on an H series board. We're going to go with a NVIDIA RTX 2080 Founders Edition, 750 watt Corsair power supply, 2 terabyte M.2 drive from ADATA. I'm going to put that in the Be Quiet Dark Base 900 in black. We're going to add 3 fans to that so it gets exceptional cooling We're also putting in three 3 terabyte hard drives. Yep, 3 of them. All right. So let's make sure we've accepted all these jobs. Perfect. Let's go and get everything ordered for next day delivery. Maybe. There we go. All right, let's go into our day. We can get in our parts as well as our repair. All right, let's go to work. Whoops. Oh yes, I ordered some cables as well. So those all came in, as well as some rigid pipe, because I just don't have many colors. So let's get our fix. What the hell kind of case is that? Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's put that one over there. And we'll get this one over here. It's a massive Be Quiet case. Let's see, that one's for E. Jones. And this one's for T. Gibbs. But let's take a look at this weird... I'd say that's like a home theater PC case, but... maybe it is. Maybe it is. Let's see if it powers up at all. Nothing. Whoops. Let's, let me take this thing apart. Oh my. Alright. Let's get this compressed air out. And I will blow my eardrums out for this guy. With this loud compressed air. Come on. Before I go deaf. I got it? That everything? Okay. Why does this power supply look smaller than the one I ordered? Got some purple cables. Feel like this is a small form factor. And then we've got this hard drive that needs to come out. May have to go order a small form factor. Let's see. We should have a 500 gig. There it is. At least get that in. Let's take a look. First, let's get rid of this broken thing. Let's take a look at these power supplies, because I have a feeling... Yep, that's a small form factor. Oh, I did order a small form factor. Go figure. I'm just that good. No, that was pure luck. Pure luck. All right, let's get this thing cabled back up. He's got some purple cables. Get everything cabled up here. I think that's all of it. Let's see if this thing powers on. No OS found. What? What drive is this thing trying to boot from? Let's hop into the BIOS real quick. Let's see. Let's try booting. Thought he had an SSD in this thing. Who could tell? Like, how do you even see down in this? Let's power this thing down. I want to look. This is the craziest case. Let's pull this. Oh, sorry for the language. I'll have to beep that out, maybe. What is happening? Can I push this thing back in? Now, let's remove this. Is this still saying replace hard drive? I replaced the hard drive. Just don't know where an SSD would sit on that. I have no idea. Oh, let's put this drive bay back in. Let's put this piece back on top. Let's put... Man, this opens slow. Let's put the Mortoni back in there. And then I guess we will... Guess we'll install a OS on it. See if that works. I officially don't like this case. No boot device. Oh, because I didn't cable it. Yep. Guess it's hard to put an operating system on something that doesn't exist until it's got some cables. Alright, let's see what this thing does. See if it works. Hope I never have to do anything with another one of these cases. Still saying replace hard drive. Alright. Just so you guys don't have to go through the pain of watching this go over again, I'm going to step away. I'm going to pull this thing apart and see if I can find an SSD in it. I'll be right back. Okay, so been working on this for quite some time. I've replaced everything that could have been replaced, and it's still saying replace hard drive. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. This one just may be bugged, or maybe nothing I can do about it. So it says ready to boot. It's booted. It's up and running. It's got nothing on it. Maybe stuck with this one, or I may just have to go and quit it, but I don't want to waste any more time on that stupid thing. Let's get on with building this Photoshop PC, or PC that can run Photoshop at recommended spec. Get this case taken apart. Let's get our motherboard installed, the Gigabyte H370. We'll get that screwed down. We'll get this thing ready for RAM and CPU. It's getting 4 sticks of A-data RAM, as well as an 8700. We'll get that installed. Let's get the RAM in there. All right, all 4 sticks of RAM is installed. Let's get our M.2 drive in next. Let's see, which one are we putting in? I believe it's this Spectrix one. Perfect. All right. Let's get some thermal paste on there on the CPU, and we can go ahead and get our CPU cooler installed. This is the Be Quiet Dark Rock 4. Don't need anything too overly powerful for a non-overclockable chip. Let's get our graphics card in. It is the 2080 Founders Edition. And then we can get our power supply in, which is this Corsair RM750X. All right. Got some fans. Don't want to forget the fans. I always forget to put fans in, even when I've paid for them. Let's see. Got these Be Quiet fans we're going to put up here in the top. I guess I got to scroll all the way down to the bottom every time. Sorry if that makes you guys sick. Just don't watch that super speed scrolling. Okay. We've got some, let's see, some hard drives to install here. We've got 3 of these 3 terabyte Barracuda drives. Let's get those installed. And the last one there. Okay. I think we are ready to cable this guy up. Let's just use some basic black. Let's see, I don't know if we want to use loose. Let's use this sleeved plastic black cables. This is a non-window case, so it doesn't really matter about the colors. Let's get everything cabled up. All these fans, all these hard drives. Okay. Let's get a USB drive in there, and we can get this sucker booted up. We can hop into the BIOS, make sure we're booting from the correct drive. Don't know that XMP is really going to matter. Yep, we're booting from our M.2. Let's go ahead and let it install the OS. Perfect. Let's get this case put back together. Get the, whoops. Let's get the top panel on there. And we can get the side panels put on. And that side panel. And we are done with that one. Not much to look at there. It's just a case. Let's go ahead and put that one out in the hall. We can call this thing done. This stupid thing. Stupid. All because of that stupid case. Alright. Let's build this custom water-cooled. They wanted just the CPU. But they had enough money in their budget. We're going to water-cool the entire thing. Let's pull this case completely apart. We got to get rid of these fans in the front. We've got a big 360mm radiator going in there. Let's pull the back of this off. Get everything out of our way we don't need right now. And we can get started putting our motherboard in. We've got the Gigabyte X470 Aorus Gaming 7. We'll get that screwed down. We'll get this thing ready for RAM and CPU. I believe this is also getting 4 sticks of RAM, if I remember right. Okay, let's get our CPU in there. We've got the Ryzen 7 2700X. Whoops. I can click on that tiny little thing, make it go down. Then we've got 4 sticks of Gigabyte Aorus RAM. And the last one, there we go. Get these out of our way. We've got a NVMe drive going in next. Let's see, it'll fit there. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and put our 3 terabyte hard drive on the back here. start getting some of our custom water cooling parts. We've got a 360 millimeter radiator going in the front. Get that all screwed down. We've also got a reservoir. Let's see, it is this 100 Revo D5. Get that screwed down. Let's go get some thermal paste, and we can get the CPU block, this RGB one, get that installed. And I believe we're ready to get our GPU in there. Got the 1080 Ti. Swing around to this side, we can get our power supply in, which is this Gigabyte Aorus 750 watt. Here we go with the cables. These cables are going to try to hook themselves up every single time I put a part on here. So annoying. It's really nice to have them auto hook up, so I'll just deal with it. And we can get this back panel put on, and then finally it can hook itself up for the last time. Let's go ahead and get this dust filter put on the front and the front panel. And then we can start cabling this up. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted cables. Let's use... what's some of these new ones I bought? White and orange. See how that looks in here. Oh, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Nice looking cable. Okay. Let's see. That says out. So hopefully that is in, if I remember right. Well, let's get some piping in here. Let's use some white rigid with just some black fittings. So let's see, that was out. Let's run from there up to our block. Let's get this thing situated so it's not so stupid. What is happening? Why in the world would it put it in like that? This thing has so many bins in it. Pull this down just a little bit. There we go. I mean, this is still kind of dumb looking. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to leave that alone. Just going to get on my nerves. So let's go from the CPU block. Let's see, down to the GPU. That's just fine by me. We're going to run from... let's see, let's run from the GPU over here to the radiator. Again, it's giving me some stupid looking... like, what's up with the multi-bins that it's doing? Oh my gosh. You just go straight. Just straight. Not 500 bins, just straight. What in the world? Try to fix it a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's accept that. Let's run from here down to the reservoir and watch it do something stupid again. You know what? Whatever. Let's just accept that. Let's go ahead and put some coolant in it. We'll just do clear. While that's running through, let's get USB drive installed. They're ready to power? No, not quite yet. Have I forgotten something? They're just still running through the system. There we go. All right, let's hop into the BIOS. It's hard to tell on those lines you can't see through. Oops. Turn our XMP on and make sure we're booting from the right drive. We'll let the OS install. Nice and fast. Put our lighting app on here. We'll adjust some lights, and then we'll be done. Make them all orange. I can live with that. Let's get the side panels put on. There we go. Very nice. I'm not a huge fan of the way the tubing turned out, but oh my gosh. I've never seen it installed like that either, where it just goes absolutely mental all over the place. I mean, there's still something going on there. I don't know. Let's put this thing out in the hall. Let's collect some money. And if I get this thing fixed, I'll definitely revisit that in the next episode. But let's collect, let's see. New rig. Let's collect that one. Perfect. And this water cooling one, let's collect that one. Perfect. We got some daily deals and some more emails, which we'll get to in the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe and click the bell so you get notified as soon as one of my videos goes live. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next episode.